Let's go. Let's do this. 3, 2, 1. This is Radio Free Cybertron, episode 662. I am Brian Kilby. This podcast will be good for about 3 days.
Or less.
Till Toy Fair, which is this weekend. So it's only been a couple years since like Hasbro announced stuff for Toy Fair. Right after we ended the show. I'm hoping they don't do that now. And I'm hoping they don't do it tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning is being right after the show?
Yeah. We'll have to do an extra or something, maybe. We've done it before. That was Chris. We have Diecast who will be at Toy Fair this weekend. I say Toy Fair. It's the Hasbro event at Toy Fair. We don't actually go to Toy Fair anymore. It's
the most important thing, though. The Hasbro thing.
For us. Like, Diecast used to go to the Toy Fair and look at everything, but our segment is really Hasbro. Primarily Transformers. So, but... Yeah,
I assume Diecast just made the appointments with the other exhibitors because, like, he just felt like going and, you know, taking a tour and seeing all the stuff. Because if he's there, why not?
Yeah, I would be all about, hitting up the Marvel Legends and the Power Rangers Lightning Collection people.
Well,
but that's all the Hasbro event now. Diecast
exactly.
Go to like Lego and Mattel. He would make the rounds with the other manufacturers, not just the Hasbro stuff.
Lego, McFarlane, all those folks. Yeah, that was Matt.
Bandai, I think.
Bandai. Don's here and Rob. I have no idea if John DeLuna is going to be here. He's not here right now.
Unusual.
Jason's not here. Jason will be here this weekend.
Typical.
Yeah, we'll have a ton of people. So our live stream, we have it every year. It is about 12 p.m. Eastern time through about 5 p.m. Eastern. Basically, what we do is we get a bunch of our friends on from other podcasts or people who used to be involved on the podcast, RSC alumni, I guess. And we talk about Transformers. We talk about whatever's going on at Toy Fair. It's like, we've had people in the past confused as to what we do. So we don't stream from Toy Fair. We analyze stuff as it comes in from Toy Fair. We have Diecast who's on site, and he does shoot video occasionally, like through Periscope. But normally what he does is he posts photos. And we talk about that stuff as it happens. Now, the big thing is happening this year. One thing that's going to be different is Hasbro will actually be streaming their presentation, which is awesome, at 1:30 p.m. on Facebook. I thought about restreaming it, but we'll have people who are watching it, who will be watching it on their computer, and that there'll be lag, and it'll just be annoying. So what we're going to do, we're all people on the podcast, on the stream, we'll be watching it, and we'll be watching it along with you. We're encouraging everybody to pull up the stream and watch it there. And we will have commentary basically going over it, describing what happens and what's going on. And it'll be a lot of fun. We learn a lot of stuff. We geek out. That's pretty much what we do. And it's a blast. It's our biggest day all year. It's our favorite thing to do. We love it. So it'll be at tfradio.net/live. It will be on Facebook at facebook.com/tfradio. Now, we're not doing a Facebook stream this year because of the Hasbro stream. I don't want to cause any complications. I don't want to bump anybody off. I don't want people to lose our connection because they're streaming two connections from Facebook. But we will have our YouTube stream linked from Facebook. We should also be on Periscope and Twitch, tfradio.net/live. And to chat, go ahead, Chris.
Actually, I was just going to ask you now, if people want to chat with us live through the stream on Saturday, where should they go now?
So great question, Chris. Now, we have a Patreon, which we talk about a lot, and one of our goals, our first goal for that, was a Discord. A lot of people have Discord stuff set up, but our Patreon's about our RFC superfans, and I don't know, when I post the stuff to our Patreon, I always think of us as like a family. And I want people to play nice together. So I actually encourage everybody to follow each other on Twitter and stuff and chat together. So I'm like, hey, let's do a Discord. We'll make that our goal. And we hit it. And now we have a Discord. And it occurred to me like, hey, we have people watching on Facebook. We have people watching on Periscope. We have people watching Twitch, YouTube, and they don't talk together. And it's not easy to share the YouTube chat if you're not streaming from YouTube. So right now we have a Discord. It's at tfradio.net/Discord. It's easy. tfradio.net/Discord. It'll take you right there where our Discord is. If you don't have the client, you can launch the web version. I think you just have to sign up there. It's super simple, super easy. And you can chat along with us live with every single event. Or you can just go hang out with us during the week. We pop in and out. Some of us are there all the time. It's a lot of fun. TF Rodimus Supreme is like, now we control each other 24/7. That is so Rodimus Supreme. That is accurate. Yes, sir. tfradio.net/Discord. It's a lot of fun. I love it. Really enjoying it. And I'm relearning how to chat. It's really awesome. One more thing, though, about Saturday at Toy Fair. We are going to have a huge announcement about the future of the podcast. It's huge. We are going to announce this Saturday.
Don't be concerned. It's a positive thing.
Yes.
Or is it?
We're not going away yet.
No, it's a positive thing. We don't want to scare people.
Yeah, we're going to have a huge announcement. It'll be on Saturday at some point, probably the first hour, during the live stream. Just join us. tfradio.net/live or any of our channels. It'll be pretty awesome. Anything else? Oh yeah, have a contest going. There's a contest on Twitter and on actually Twitter for me and Twitter for TF Radio. I picked up Siege, Earthrise Starscream, and Earthrise Grapple, and we are giving those away. Just go to twitter.com/TF Radio or twitter.com/BKilby. You'll see them there. And we are giving those away. We'll be announcing the winner during the Toy Fair live stream this weekend. So if you're watching live or you catch this Thursday morning or Friday morning, you have until like noon Saturday to enter. So it's pretty awesome.
That is awesome because Siege Starscream is super hard to find because he's one per case. There are a case of 3 now, so it's it's 2 grapples and 1 Starscream.
Yeah, and it's a great toy. It's pretty awesome.
So I think Don's Boys just made a prediction in the Discord about what our announcement this weekend is going to be, which is that we're going to be losing Don to transmissions.
Don has been flirting with transmissions. I
know. I've seen. I've been watching on Twitter.
The hell?
I don't know if it's Jeremy or who's running that. Who's running the thing? I in my mind it's always Jeremy. I know it can't always be Jeremy, but in my mind I'm like, damn it, Jeremy, you don't take Don too. TFYLP already has him half the time. I can't. I have to have the other half of his heart.
I've been on TFYLP twice since maybe October.
It's a joke, Don.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah, actually, would transmissions be Don's next spot? TFYLP makes a lot of sense. I think as far as Don's vibe goes, I think of transmissions as like with Duron there. Duron's not there anymore, but Duron it's a little more southern in flavor. Transmissions is not. So I don't know. Is there another that Transformers and Beer podcast? Don could go there.
I don't think Don would have anything to do with beer.
Think Shattered Cast would take him?
No.
No.
Well, I'll just put it like this: if anyone wants me to fill in and I'm available, I don't mind helping anybody out. But the thing is, with my work schedule, it's
the Autopod Decepticast. They'd probably let Don on once in a while.
Yeah.
Ant would let him on.
Don's too old for
Eric,
Steel
the Steel City Bots. Yeah. I'm too old for that. I've never been asked on. Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I think Don would get along with transmissions too, but I think there's a mental clash there. I don't know. Don, have you been on transmissions?
Once.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but it's been a while. But yeah I was a
Why don't you talk about Masterpiece RC before you talk about it here?
That's awesome. Oh, cool. Okay, so yeah, check the. Actually, so we'll have folks from. Actually, I think everybody but Yoshi from Transmissions will be on at some point this weekend. We're having people from most of our podcast friends, so it'll be a lot of fun. Can't wait. Let's see. Crunson's like new podcast name, Getting Down with the Dawn. Actually, I'll announce this. On our Patreon, we've decided we're going to start doing a new podcast. And the reason I say on Patreon, because you'll understand why in a second. We're bringing back It's a Dawn Deal. And it will be streamed exclusively, not made exclusively, but it'll be streamed live exclusively to our Patreon, so it'll be a benefit to patrons. And then the podcast will be made available to everybody else. So, but yeah, so It's a Dawn Deal is coming back. You know, honestly, part of that is just because, yes, I want to hoard Dawn. I want to keep Dawn to myself in our podcast. So
we're going to monopolize so much of Don's time, he won't be able to even think about other podcasts.
I know, right? Dawn is so in demand.
That's how you have a healthy relationship.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure my girlfriend will appreciate that too.
Girlfriend?
Yeah.
We're gonna put him on so many of our podcasts. He's gonna forget he had a girlfriend.
Yeah.
No,
but It's a Dawn Deal's coming back. Dawn, next week.
Wonderful.
Can we record next week?
Huh?
Next Thursday? Not tomorrow, but next Thursday.
I never got a response back from you but yeah, we can.
Okay, let's do it next Thursday. So we'll figure out a time. We'll let our patrons know. Then a couple days later, it'll pop up on our podcast feed. I'm excited about this. Okay.
The new dynamics model is slavery, says Fighter Bob.
Rodimus Supreme is like, make sure to accentuate the D in horde, Brian. I tried to. I realized, like, I don't want to say what it sounds like I'm going to say, so I tried to say horde. Actually, it goes either way, doesn't it? I'll just shut up and move on. So let's talk about what we got this week. I'm in a weird mood. I'm just excited for Toy Fair. I just can't help it.
It's fine. It's fine. It's more energy than you've had the last couple weeks.
I know.
You might have had some caffeine.
But you've been sick, so it's not your fault.
I'm no longer sick.
SodaStream hard this week.
I haven't used my SodaStream in a while. I need to make the SodaStream knockoff Red Bull. I make it thick, too.
I love
boy.
Actually, I'll need to make some for Toy Fair.
Okay. Try and make that in the air fryer, too.
Yes.
I didn't think the phrase SodaStream knockoff Red Bull could get worse until you added, and I make it thick, too.
Yeah, it's pretty great. Okay. So, one more thing for the Toy Fair live stream. I know the guys love this. They love this. For the last hour, we're going to try to take calls. Again. Yes. We're going to try to take calls. We'll see how it goes. I may shut it down, but we're going to try to take calls. Okay, what we got this week? I'm going to go first since it's all recap for me. Is it all recap? Yeah, I had one non-item.
Probably is, but even if there's one or two new things, it's not going to matter to me.
So, I got Grapple. I got Hoist. I got... What else? So I got those. Those are nice. I didn't get around to transforming Hoist. After all the other stuff. So there's also Wheeljack. I did transform Wheeljack. I was afraid to transform Grapple, I'll be honest, after that peg has been breaking off. So I'm going to have to do a little more research before I risk that.
Just file it down a little bit, it'll be fine.
But
I was able to smooth it out in like 15 minutes. It's no problem at all.
Hoist and Grapple, just in the hand, look phenomenal. I am not as much in love with Wheeljack because I really love the Reveal the Shield toy in the United version. But it's nice. It's different. But a couple other things, though. I am so in love with Voyager Starscream. It looks so good. And the transformation is
jet mode, not just everything.
Yeah, and it's the jet mode is amazing. The transformation is super intuitive. It's exactly like it should be. It's perfect. I really love that toy. And we're giving it away. That's the one that's going on my Twitter at bkilby on Twitter right now. Fantastic toy.
So Brian, how is it compared to the classics? I mean, if you have the classics,
it's better.
Is it so pretty much?
It's so much better.
But I mean, a lot of there's a lot of shared engineering, even if it was not the same
appearance. It looks the same.
The thing is done. the thing is, Don, the Earthrise Starscream has engineering. The classic Starscream just transforms.
It's phenomenal. It is.
Okay.
It's phenomenal.
Right.
The one that I was most shocked.
Earthrise starts and ends in the same places, but the way it gets there is so much different than that old toy, and the result at either end is so much better for it. Okay. Basically,
the one that I was most surprised by though was Cliffjumper. I was multitasking last week when Chris was talking about it. I heard him say something about the hands, and I'm like, "What the hell was that?" But I didn't. I don't want to spoil it because the transformation is so awesome. It's like by luck, I happened across the linchpin of how this thing works. Something happens. You should know about it because it's in the instructions. But if you're like me and you don't use the instructions, it happened by accident, and I freaked for a second. And then it occurred to me, no, it's supposed to go this way. And that transformation is, whoever created it, some sort of insane genius. It's such a great... Cliffjumper's small. It's a phenomenal toy. It's a phenomenal deluxe. You're not... other than the mass, you're not losing anything as far as the deluxe goes. I super love that toy. It's great. And, so I actually made some people upset on Twitter about this one. Because Generations is supposed to be about generations. It's plural. And right now, Generations is G1 and movies. Because Studio Series is Generations, which is easy to forget. But I'm tired of G1 Optimus Prime. And we don't need... There's lots of Optimus Primes that could be covered. Right now, we've had G1 and Cybertron. Is that it? That's it. As far as, like, Optimus Primes covered in Studio Series.
Yeah.
At the price point of a leader class, they can... I don't see them ever being able to make a better Optimus Prime than what they made with Earthrise Optimus Prime. I mean, it could use...
I mean, unless they made a second pass at doing Power Master Optimus.
Yeah.
Okay, my thoughts are for leader class, do like a Laser Optimus.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now, for Power Master Optimus Prime, an actual pass at a decent Power Master Optimus Prime, I would like to see them go Commander class.
Well, that's what I was going to say. It is so perfect as far as a leader class Optimus Prime goes, as far as a reimagining of G1 Optimus, the classic G1 Optimus. You're not going to do better. You can just stop. We don't need another one. We're going to get one, of course. We're going to keep getting G1 Optimus Prime. My point was, back in the day, Transformers was something new every couple years. The Optimus Prime that kids had was the Optimus Prime that of their time. So if you grew up in the late 90s, you had Optimus Primal. Well, later than that, you had Car Robots, or Robots in Disguise. After that, you had Unicron Trilogy. And we're in this weird period. I don't know how many kids buy Generations. But it's like, G1 Optimus Prime was the Optimus Prime I grew up with. It shouldn't be the Optimus Prime my daughter grows up with. She doesn't need that Optimus Prime. Create something new. Whether it's Cyberverse, that's something. But I mostly hyperbole because I just think it's such a great toy that they could just stop. But some people took it a little too literally. But I'll own it because we don't need more G1 Optimus. We need new stuff. It's such a great toy. We can
at least take a few years off.
Yeah, it's such a great toy.
Yeah.
It's such...
Yeah, let this mold age before we replace it.
Yeah, the robot mode. So it's interesting. So I asked Chris last week if the trailer was about the size of the G1 trailer. It's about 60% the size of it. The cab, though, is about the same size. The robot, though, is a good 30% taller.
Interesting.
Yeah, it just works so well, though. It could use more paint if they wanted to spend some more money on it. If Takara did the right thing like they used to and added extra paint, that could be the ultimate Optimus Prime at the non-masterpiece scale. But
yeah, and I think to the point of letting this mold age a little bit, let this be the Generations equivalent to MP10. Just do some updates on it. for the next couple of years and just let the underlying structure of it be what is the G1 Optimus Prime toy for a little while. Yeah. At least until we invent new science again.
We do need new science to transcend this toy.
No, we need bad science.
Yeah, we do. And other than a Masters Universe toy, which I had as a kid that I have no idea what happened to it, that I got for $15 and it's in perfect shape. That's all I got this week, I think. Yeah. So, Chris, do you want to go next?
Yes, I will go next.
So I've been waiting
first
all
up,
day.
like half the day. I only tweeted that at like 3 or so. First up, though, I got Titans Return RC. Got a really good deal on this from our friend Al on Twitter.
Do you care to say how much? Because I'm curious how much it goes for now.
This was $20 shipped, but it did not come with the Magnus Titan Master.
Who cares?
Yeah, no, I didn't care. That's why I bought it.
That's great.
Yeah, no, I wanted to qualify what the price was because, like, not like you can get a complete loose one of these for $20 necessarily, but without that, it's complete otherwise. It's got the guns and the shield and the head, obviously. Just like after seeing the direction Masterpiece RC went in and expecting that probably the next generation's one is not going to be like visually all that different from the previous generation's one or where they went with Masterpiece, like I've got this just as an option. It's kind of a fallback strategy. Plus that, and I figure if I go ahead and spend money on this one now, right before Toy Fair, probably they will reveal it at Toy Fair, the new one, and it will look amazing, and, you know, you're welcome, because I'll have to buy another RC again right after buying this one. So that's a sacrifice I made for all of you.
Nice.
Anyway, I like this retool pretty well. The only thing is, you know, one of those common Titans Return problems, the neck socket is kind of not as snug as you'd really prefer it to be. But it's a pretty decent updating of the Blur mold family.
Yeah.
So I think I actually have every version of that now, which is in its own way kind of alarming to me.
No, it's not. Shouldn't be.
Maybe a little bit. Well, like I have the Takara Brainstorm, which I guess you could technically consider an independent version because it had a different head sculpt, but that's kind of splitting hairs, I think.
Do you have Nautica?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which
That
I
was
think
that
RC's
was the
actually,
most interesting one.
Yeah, probably so, but I think RC is actually a better retool because there's like more done to it than Nautica had. Nautica basically just had add-on pieces, and honestly, that would not have been my mold choice for Nautica. Like, if I was planning that box set, I would have tried to get Nautica made as a retool of Scourge.
Yeah.
But that's a discussion for another day because I have more important things to talk about now, such as Seacons.
What?
All right. What are these
I've been
Seacons you speak of?
Hate you so much.
I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting something vintage or something.
No, it's better than vintage. It's Seacons. So Turtler was the one that was closest at hand. I'm actually going to talk about Golf first because, you know, being a deluxe, there's not as much to work with here. One thing I can say right off is that both of these are better heavy retool attempts than the big powered set was. So if anybody's looking at these with concern because of that experience, like, this turned out much better for what they've done to these. Now, Golf is just, I would say, okay. There's nothing like super wrong with it or anything, but it's it doesn't feel like everything quite works 100%. Like, for the robot mode, the fish head is kind of supposed to sit like this, and there's tabs on the back which have channels inside the fish head they're theoretically supposed to snap into. I tried that a couple times and developed very tremendous stress marks on those receiving points inside the fish head. Now, on the plus side, the armature that actually holds this in place is perfectly strong enough to hold this here without actually tabbing it in. So you can kind of just use those more as guidelines or guide marks to get it in the right position. I haven't put this in limb mode yet, but it does appear that there's separate tabs and slots between the fish head and the arm to hold this in place for arm mode. So you don't necessarily have to worry about that kind of bouncing around when it's actually going to be in King Poseidon.
Is that the retool of Ripper Snapper?
I think this is a retool of Blot.
Okay.
I've forgotten some of the Seacon lineage, unfortunately. I probably should have researched that beforehand, but it transforms a lot like Blot. Like, you don't collapse the legs, they just kind of fold over. So I think that's more where this comes from, but like the Terracons shared a lot in between each other anyway, so it gets a little fuzzy. Their family tree is more of a family shrub, if you get my meaning. The weapons, like, this is the tail fin gun, which there's no way to lock the gun barrel or the tail fin part on either side, so that just kind of pivots loosely. It'll stay, it's just, if you want it to be lined up correctly all the time, it's probably not going to be, and it looks kind of awkward being held. It's fine, it holds in place fine and integrates well for the sea monster mode. It's just not really a great weapon for the robot. And then the dual cannons, which are more for Gulf's individual weapon mode, can work as a handheld gun. It's just going to be kind of offset to one side like a Titan's Return gun normally would be. Or you can split it in half, because like it's two cannons, they just tab together. You can use those two as individual handguns. The only problem is really there's no way to store all of the accessories on the robot, so anything you're not using you kind of have to set off to the side. You can kind of put the dual cannons into ports on the fish head, but they're just going to kind of hang down and will probably get in the way of the legs like that. Actually, that doesn't even want to go in there right now. There it went. Hopefully that didn't stress it. Like, you can have that hanging off there, but it's still a little bit awkward. And then the sword piece cannot be used as an individual weapon because where the handle is, it hangs down behind that, so it blocks it from actually going into Gulf's hand. So the only point of this being in there is to make the combined large sword for King Poseidon when you have all the other parts together. The thing that really blew me away, though, was the combiner hand. So, I mean, we knew it had, like, individually articulated fingers, and when it's outstretched like that, it looks pretty natural even though the fingers are curled. So, like, pointing does not look completely stupid, even with the curled finger a little bit. It just looks kind of like a clawed hand. But what really impressed me was how the thumb works. So, it can switch to either side, and it's like double hinged, and there's a very solid tab on either end, so the thumb will hold in place really securely, and it looks completely natural whether it's a left or right. It's not like the Combiner Wars hands where the thumb is coming up from the middle and it just looks weird no matter what you really do with it. And of course it can still transform for use as a heel piece on the Combiner feet. It works a lot like the Power of the Prime's hands. It's just more articulated and just more stable overall. It's really a nice redesign.
I'm surprised they redid the hands for that, because, that's something they didn't have to do.
Yeah, really. The Combiner feet that came with Turdler are also an all-new design, too, which turned out really nice. Turdler, actually, I like this a ton. Like, I expressed my excitement in a tweet from @TF Radio on Twitter this afternoon without actually saying what I had gotten. And that was mostly based on Turdler. It's a retool of Hunger, which is itself shared engineering with Silverbolt, etc. So, it's fairly well-worn engineering, but they've done some pretty good things with this. They've added ankle tilts to the feet, so you can get very stable, flat stances. But except for that, it's kind of back-heavy, and the heels are not very long. So you have to be a little bit careful how the body's oriented, but it's a lot better than an actual Power of the Primes or Combiner Wars torso figure where you're basically stuck at a specific leg pitch because the feet do not have tilts, they're just cut at an angle. And Turtler comes with a ton of accessories. So basically everything that's on him now can come off. The sword comes out, the shield, of course, comes off. That's the chest plate for King Poseidon. The backpack cannons come off. You can put those... if you want them on the back, you can have them there. There is ports that you can flip out on the sides of the legs, so you can actually plug them into the legs like that.
Oh, cool.
like, this is probably a toy that can hold most or everything that it comes with. It has a gigantic rifle, which I really like, which is itself, it's got a peg on the back, on the top, forward-facing peg underneath the barrel, and 2 on the sides. And then there's a ton of ports on both sides, too. So you can plug a ton of stuff onto this from either direction. I don't know if King Poseidon's supposed to have, like, a combined rifle when this is all said and done, but you could absolutely probably kludge one together with this as the core because of all the connection points that are on it. I think the barrel tip itself is actually a 5mm port too, so you could extend something out from there.
Hey Chris, real quick, 2 things. One in the chat, Ashaman is saying that he was hounding you about selling that extra set you ordered if you're interested. And also, I want to expand your window if I can. I think.
Okay. Yeah, I can't actually see what you're streaming out because you don't have that running to us this week.
Yeah, let's see here.
But yeah, at this point I will end up having an extra Turtler and Golf, which I will probably be selling off later on when the Hasbro Pulse orders actually come in. I was just not content to wait, and the opportunity came up to get these much sooner.
I'm jealous. When you said you had something, I wasn't expecting. That. That just caught me off guard. Hey, do you mind, for the people watching the video, do you mind just showing off like the gimmicky stuff you were just showing?
Yeah. So we got ankle tilts here that they've added in. There's ports all over this, so you can put the accessories all over the backpack cannons. Can go on the legs or the back. They don't have ports on them to like plug straight onto the arm pegs, but they should be able to be handheld just fine as cannons. So it's a little bit hard with the wrist hinge right here, but it will stay solidly. So you can do that if you want to. Actually, the ports on the legs are pretty cool. You don't have to have the ports facing out. This whole piece is multi-hinged and swivels around. So you can have the ports facing inside and actually have a clean surface facing outward if you don't want to use those ports. I don't know if it's intended for exactly what I'm doing with it, but it certainly does work for that purpose. It is probably more for transformation than anything else. The rifle has a bunch of 5mm ports on the side, both sides, and then several 5mm pegs spread around it. So it should be able to accept other weapon accessories and make some kind of big, stupid power cannon kind of thing if you're into that.
A big cannon.
What I really ended up liking, though, was how they designed these feet. So they look a lot like, say, the Volcanicus Dinobot feet, or I guess Abominus's feet, which I think were similar or the same mold, but they are fairly different. So the toe piece comes off. That's got a 5mm peg too. You can actually have Turtler hold this as like a claw weapon if you want. So that can be used and not just set aside. But what you can do with these, you don't have to take the toes off to do this. I think it looks better though. These side guns actually will fold around, and the feet then can become handheld cannons. Nice. So, like, Turtler literally comes with an arsenal of weapons that you can use in a bunch of different ways. I was really impressed by the range and flexibility of the accessory package that came with this. It really, really resonates with me strongly. There's a lot of play value in this if you're into... Do you remember the second wave Fall of Cybertron deluxes back in like early 2013?
What was in them?
Ultra Magnus, Air Raid, Sideswipe. Like, the Magnus and the Air Raid particularly, though, they came with those like multi-part compound weapons that you could put together in different ways. And like that was one of the coolest play pattern features at that time. And we've got something kind of like that here. And because of how all the accessories will interplay, all the options you have with them, this feels like it fits into the War for Cybertron play system too, because it's much in the same spirit. There's a lot of ports to plug into and a lot of different ways that you can use the stuff that it comes with. And there is so much of this. I should have taken a picture of how this was all laid out in the tray, because like you get this and the box, Turtler's box, for being a Voyager toy, Like, here's the box, and here
Holy
is
crap.
the figure itself.
Nice.
All the rest of that is just for the accessories to fit. There is probably like a whole second figure's worth of accessories here in terms of plastic mass.
With all those new designed accessories, it's almost like Takara's planning on another release of these figures, perhaps in a different paint deco.
Ooh, yeah, that would be pretty great, wouldn't it? So if you have Hunger or Silverbolt or anything, like the way the figure feels is pretty much the same. The shoulders concern me a little bit because there is some squeakiness to the joint.
Ooh.
So I might try to get in there with a little bit of shock oil to loosen that up, because that squeaking is usually a bad sign for how the parts are fitting together, and both shoulders are doing that. But the click is strong. It doesn't feel like it's deforming anything when you're moving the shoulder. I just have some concerns over the long term with it. The biggest problem added to this with the retools, though, is the new chest hardware, because it's the turtle legs and head folded up, but it's wider than the actual torso is, so you kind of have to have the arms pitched out at the side like that. Because if you have them in, you can't even really bend the elbow forward because it starts running into the chest armor. Apart from that, though, like, as long as you're cool with this underlying design, engineering, and everything, this is a really good toy. It's a really good retool. The turtle mode, which I've kind of avoided talking about up till now, is about as worthless as Hunger's dragon mode. But I don't think anybody's really going to be surprised by that.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, I did not actually pay much over what I have these on pre-order at Hasbro Pulse for. And I'm super, super happy that I went for it and bought an extra set to go ahead and have them early. I would hate to have waited until late March or even later, because we don't know that they're not going to get delayed again.
Rub it in.
And, it was definitely worth it for Matt's hatred this week. I was so counting on that when I did this. So for anybody curious, these came from these came from a shop in Singapore. I ordered them about 2 weeks ago. So actually almost 3 weeks ago now. I ordered them at the end of January.
Nice.
But yeah, it was worth it.
Cool.
It was worth it in many, many ways.
Yes.
And that's what I got this week.
Cool. Two things. One, Diecast, I finally saw your text. You're horrible. And two, what'd you get this week?
Oh, what did he do?
I'm not saying.
I got... First thing I got is Voyager Starscream.
Oh, it's so lovely.
And I
he
agree.
looks so good.
I love him.
I was not really sold on it. I thought it was okay until I got it, and I love it so much.
The legs tabbing into the back was a little bit difficult on mine. These two tabs where the legs tab into. But other than that, and every once in a while I had a wing pop off. He's really nice. And there's also some the red paint on mine is kind of missing on the front edge of his air intake sort of thing. So I'm just going to Sharpie that with a red Sharpie and hope that kind of takes care of it. Really great figure. I'm sure they're going to do more Seekers or Coneheads or something, and I will both, and I will happily buy them. Whatever they repaint this in, I would love an Acid Storm in this. So I'm hoping that they do that. It would be something kind of out there, but not totally out of the realm of possibility, since they had a Masterpiece Acid Storm.
Yeah.
If they deco it like the Universe toy, I would get that. If it's just the same colors and layout as the Tetrajet one we got this past year, no thanks.
Well, it seems like that would be a good choice if they want to get selects without doing the Rainmakers again this soon. Even though we're getting Starscream already and Optimus, again we're getting them already. But I mean, if they wanted to do a something, because we didn't get an Acid Storm in the Siege line, which is one of the few colors that didn't make it into that.
One of the Rainmakers. We did not get a Sunstorm though.
Yeah, we need a
Oh,
Sunstorm.
okay, that's right. I'm sorry. I was thinking that. I was thinking of. Yeah, I was. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's Sunstorm, not.
I mean,
Sunstorm.
there's so many things though that they could pull from to get the generation selects or 3 or 4 or 5
Yeah.
off of
I mean,
this
the
mold.
sale from the collector's
So
club,
many
for heaven's
things,
sakes.
so many things, and I want them to do every one of them.
But yeah, and I have to thank my friend Rob because he found one, and instead of keeping it for himself, he gave it to me. So
That's nice.
he also got me the Leader Prime, which I just transformed while I was sitting here. It was pretty intuitive. Really nice Prime. I agree with pretty much everything Brian said.
Could use more paint.
Except for that. What's that?
Could use more paint.
Yeah, except for that we don't need more G1 Prime, because I was thinking everyone complains when they change something about Prime, like he kills a couple people in the movies, oh, Prime doesn't do that, but you want different Primes.
Actually, one thing I failed to mention, Matt sort of hit on it, though. The only way they could make G1 Prime better would be Commander class. Matt had mentioned Power Master, but I'm thinking that if they...
I would love to see them take a stab at Power Master with the extra mass and plastic that a Commander class would avail. Oh yeah.
I don't like
As long as they don't feel like they need to make it like literally the size of Jetfire.
Yeah. I mean, it could stand to be more, but I mean, we already have like MP10 and 44 and all that stuff. So I don't know that like G1 Optimus needs to be Commander. Obviously, Power Master is G1.
No, the thing is, like an 84 Optimus in Commander class, what that would benefit, like, yeah, you get a little bit bigger robot out of it, maybe a little bit more transformation complexity and bases, just to tighten things up a little bit. What you would get though is like a bigger, more filled out inside trailer.
Yes.
Like it would be the auxiliary stuff that would benefit from Commander class.
And they're doing Skylinks, and they turned the cat part into like a battle platform thing. I mean, Power Master Prime's trailer transformed into a battle station. It's there, Hasbro.
Battle station.
Yeah, it's there, Hasbro.
Yeah, the thing I'm looking forward to whenever I can find an Optimus is that the engineering for the torso looks really something like it's enjoyable just to watch. Half the truck just disappear the way it folds and disappears, so you don't have like truck hanging off everywhere. I mean, it's just I want to experience that engineering to see it as it unfolds or as it folds into robot mode. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
All right, what else you got, Diecast? What is that?
I got a display stand that looks like that piece from it was that Shockwave's thing in the movie. I'm not quite sure. I think
I know what you're talking about.
Because it's a display stand, and I'll show you what it came with in a minute. But it has a ball socket on the back here, like it can connect to something. And there's also a hole in here, like there's something that's meant to go in there, but I'm not quite sure what.
Are they stackable, perhaps?
They kind of look like it.
No, they are definitely not stackable with all this detailing on the side. And you know what? Maybe it could be, but that would be dumb.
I thought that was like a riding mower tire.
So, what it came with was the Unique Toys. What was this, last night?
Megatron.
Yeah.
Megatron. He's awesome. He's really big. This is what the stand comes with, apparently. So I don't know if they're going to do more movie figures and we're going to get more pieces for this thing. I didn't transform him yet. Full transparency. The only thing I don't really like on this is these hip skirts kind of get in the way, and they're very springy.
That's weird.
Yeah, so it's you kind of just gotta when you move the legs, reposition those every time
it's like his butt
you do it. Yeah, but he has everything he had in the movie, and he seems like a really nice figure, and even on the face, you see he has his battle mask right now. The way to get the regular face is not how you would think. You actually have to flip the head around and then pull these pieces back and pull the head out and then rotate it around, and then you can rotate the whole head around, which is a little bit difficult to do.
This seems ridiculously complicated.
The people in the YouTube chat are going gaga over it, though, talking about how nice it looks. What's the retail on it?
I don't know. It came from Taobao.
Yeah, but how much should you pay for it if somebody bought it from like Big Bad or TF Stores or somebody like that? Any idea?
I don't know without looking it up.
Okay.
Honestly. But I got that. I also got which they're upside down in the packaging because they probably got opened in customs. They're the Magic Square Seekers.
So for people listening to the podcast, the window on it, they're shaped like the upper torso of the Seekers, but what you see are the legs upside down.
Yeah. Diecast, you should tweet a picture out of them in the package like that. That is legitimately hilarious to me.
I didn't even notice till I just picked it up to show it on the video right now. And then I also got this little guy, which is the DS Transformers animated game.
I don't think I had that.
Is this a good game?
No.
Was
that some kind of racing game, I think?
No.
It was it was kind of like Lost Vikings for the Super NES is what I heard. You control 3 characters at once and have to switch between them to solve various puzzles.
It's not that great. I've played it. I just don't have it.
Well, of course it's not that great as a Transformers game.
And it was only $2.99 at GameStop, so
not bad.
I think you can count the good Transformers games on one hand.
Armada.
Out of all the
Transformers by Atari. What else?
And the High Moon games.
Yeah, 3. They're 3 good ones. And some people say Devastation-ish.
I got another Transformers game which I left upstairs. I forgot to bring it down.
Did I mention last week that I got the Headmaster's game? I can't remember.
Yes.
Week before you did, yeah.
Okay.
I got the Transformers PlayStation Beast Wars game.
I'm sorry.
PlayStation, yeah. It's a class. It's not a classic. It's a bad.
It's game. A shooter, isn't it?
It's a fighting game, sort of.
Okay.
No, so there's the PlayStation game. There's Transmetals, which is the fighting game.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So no, I was thinking Transmetals. I'm extra sorry now.
Yeah. Yeah, my copy.
I don't know why I went on a Transformers video game kick.
Yeah, my copy is one I got from JD.
Why not?
So JD gave me his copy of the Beast Wars, the original Beast Wars game.
Hey, I actually do know why I went on a Transformers Beast Wars kick and Transformers game kick, and it's because Taobao still hasn't been shipping anything because of what's been going on overseas. But thankfully today I started getting notifications that my stuff arrived and was checked in at the warehouse, whereas
good.
Before it was literally like I had stuff that shipped a month ago and just never got checked in at the warehouse, and it's finally starting to get checked in, which is a good sign. But the last thing I got, because I was on a Taobao hiatus, a forced Taobao hiatus, was something that Brian and a couple other people, Matt, were you at HasCon with us?
No,
you didn't.
Okay, this is a HasCon flashback. What I got?
Oh, I'm curious.
It's a grilled cheese sandwich.
Actually, can you see it?
No, I can't.
The Monopoly set. I can.
The Monopoly.
How much did you pay for that?
I bought it on eBay brand new. It cost me like $200.
Oh, it was more than that originally.
Yeah,
it was like 3 or 4.
Ridiculous.
And the thing about this, it's super heavy. Like I don't even want to pick it up.
I was kind of hoping the people that made it were going to send us one. I was hoping that they would offer to send one for like a review sample, but they didn't.
Yeah, this Monopoly Transformers game, you can Monopoly Transformers. Yes, I say words. It can actually hang on your wall as like a photo, and the picture that's in the center is Megatron and Optimus fighting, and there's a Unicron right in the center behind them. It's a really nice picture.
There was another Transformers Monopoly set, right? We're not talking about like a retail one.
Yeah, I have that.
Oh yeah, there was a retail version.
This is a super high end, super premium.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
it's
ridiculous set.
Like the board's made of wood, isn't it? I think
it's all metal. I think it's all metal and glass, and yeah, it's super heavy.
You made your poor stepson carry it in the house for you.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was on the porch, so he didn't have to go that far.
You said it.
Well, I mean, that helps him learn money management.
Yeah, when you said it was
handling, Don.
Money handling.
Should have been the joke.
When you said it was Hasbro properties, combined them, I actually thought of that, but then I thought, nah, he's not getting that, because I just honestly just didn't register that you would want it. But it's amazing. It's an amazing set.
Yeah, it was beautiful. It actually blew my mind when I saw it, and I kind of forgot about it. And then I was actually at my friend's house, and they have a really nice Monopoly game, like in a wooden case and everything that was apparently really expensive, and it made me think. I started talking to him about that Transformers game that was in Monopoly, and I was like, I wonder if that's still available. And I went down that rabbit hole and was able to find it on eBay, and I made an offer and got the offer accepted, which I didn't even expect. I was kind of shocked, and I was like, okay, I guess I'm getting that.
That's great. That's a great purchase.
Yeah. It's something unique that probably will never happen again.
I mean, that specific one. I mean, Hasbro, considering they own both Monopoly and Transformers. I mean, and they like crossing stuff over. There'll probably be another Transformers Monopoly set eventually, but not like that.
Yeah, but that'll be like regular retail. Nothing like this.
Yeah, this is the 1% Monopoly. You can like lord it over people. Look at me, I'm Uncle Money bags, or what was it?
I think they only made 450 of them.
Yeah, I don't remember, but it was really limited. It's really nice. Cool. Anything else?
No, that's it.
God, because we're almost an hour in. Don, did you get anything?
Yeah, one thing I'll just follow up with what Diecast was talking about is Monopoly said I checked. That Megatron is running about $149 on eBay from the Chinese sellers to about $169 at like Chosen Prime. So that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing for
Prime. I would go with Chosen Prime. I don't like ordering from China.
I was just trying to get an idea of. I was just trying to get an idea of the range.
Trust.
It looks like to be about $149 to $169 is what I'm seeing. I got Earthrise, Starscream, and Grapple. I've been checking my Target literally every day for 2.5 weeks, and they finally got some in the other day, so I picked up those two. I left the other Grapple on the shelf for someone else, and it was gone today when I went back to check for deluxes or primes. The only other thing that I've got, like Diecast, some of my stuff is still in transit from overseas sellers, but I finally got a mold that I've been wanting for quite a while. They didn't do a character until now that I wanted to have that mold for, and I got Lightning Eagle from Fans Hobby.
It's pretty.
Yeah, it's their take of Thunderclash using that Power Baser format. He's very chunky. He's very Thunderclash colored. With the way he combines to make like a super robot mode, I don't mind the backpack on him because he's also one of his other forms is the turret mode that the old toy had. So I don't really. That was my problem with Power Baser is you had all that backpack back there, but on him it's not as bad to me anyway. The way it's designed.
And they're also doing a
Machine
Wars version too, right?
Yeah, his instruction is actually for both. The only difference is the Machine Wars version has the Optimus Prime head with the faceplate.
Can you do both because I would I would rather have the toy accurate version instead of the art accurate version.
Well, the way my instruction manual says, it just lists on the front cover. It says MB16 Lightning Eagle, MB16A Machine Eagle is what they're calling the Machine Wars version. And the deco and the face is all that I see in these black and white pictures. There's no color pictures of the Machine Wars version. But I'm really happy to have gotten this. I like the way. I'm glad. I wanted the Power Baser toy, but none of the primes really did it for me. But I think this is a really good interpretation of Thunderclash.
It's beautiful. So. I wish there would be an official version, a new Thunderclash or a new Optimus Machine Wars Prime. I've got the original toys. I want an update, and I wanted an official one. Like I'm still really tempted by that. It just looks amazing.
So that's all I got. But I mean, the combination isn't bad. Takes a little bit of effort to get some of the stuff in when he's all folded up, because I'm not sure how Power Baser works, but the back of the legs have fold out flaps, and when you pull them up, the arms go inside the legs, so that way everything is just basically like Power Master Prime is one solid brick that just slides down in the top of the turret mode to make his power pants. So but yeah, it's a really nice figure. I like it.
Oh God, I'm so tempted.
Yeah.
So tempted. Let's say, hey, Neuro in the YouTube chat, said that there are 1,000 of the Monopoly sets made.
Oh, maybe they changed it then.
It's still limited, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I checked the website, and it's from WS Game Company. And that's what they listed on the site too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Walmart has it listed as Winning Solutions.
WS Game Company.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Matt, you get anything?
No.
Okay. Rob?
Yeah, I got a few things. For really kind of. Beyond that, again, thanks to Al who got Chris that RC. He also, I was also finally able to get Titans Return Twin Twist, which was pretty much the last Titans Return thing I'm actively looking for. Would not mind a Quake eventually if I can get one for cheap, but yeah, Twin Twist had, of course, eluded me for a long time as a poorly distributed late release. Really nice figure, just as Topspin was. Really happy to have it. And also I got Siege Ultra Magnus, which I'm also really just happy with that. That is a nice figure. Maybe a little bit time consuming to turn the armor back into a trailer, but it all fits together well. It looks good in all three configurations, and ID, just like with the Springers, I think we were talking about before the show, IDW Ultra Magnus is, just such a different character at this point. It's nice to have both versions of Ultra Magnus, to have a, fairly solid G1 inspired Ultra Magnus and an IDW version. And I'm really happy with that too. So that's all I got this week, but I am pretty satisfied with all of it.
Cool. I'm actually checking Twitter to see if Sports Illustrated or Field and Stream or Penthouse or somebody has posted new news from Earthrise. So
I think when that happens, it's gonna be in the morning hours.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it'd be nice if they would announce it during the live stream. For us, but
if we live streamed at 10 a.m., then that probably could happen.
Yeah. Okay. Let's jump to. I got everybody. Yeah. Let's jump to some news. We'll run through it. We have a ton too, but it is what it is.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask Diecast a question, which kind of relates to something in the news. Does that third-party Megatron you have? Does it have posable butt cheeks?
It has a butt flap. And it has wings on the back of the upper thighs, so, I mean, a little bit.
Well, that's not the most posable butt flap I've seen on a Transformers.
Do we want to talk about that
this
first?
week. Yeah, let's go ahead and get that out of the way since I'm just like jumping.
Let's get that over with.
Okay, so so the Furry model of Windblade is okay. So there's an RC. It came out. It was announced several months back that we just all hated. Or most of us hated. I think Diecast liked it.
A third-party RC.
A third-party RC. Everybody but Diecast hated it. And it's just highly sexualized, yada yada yada. But it's third party. It's okay. You know, you do what you do. But no, there's a licensed Furry model RC. I mean, pardon me, Windblade. That is like super highly sexualized, and it's just, I don't know. So there's been a lot of stir. Stir is the word that I'm using lately when it comes to like everything going on, disagreement, especially on Twitter. Because Twitter's where most of the stuff seems to happen.
Stir is a good word for it.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't like it. I think it sends a bad image. I think I don't understand it. I can't relate to it. It's, you know, I think it looks bad. It doesn't fit the character, and it's just like it doesn't fit what Transformers is and has been for 35 years.
Doesn't fit the brand.
Yeah, but it's officially licensed. You know, they're making it. If you want to buy it, great. You know, I'm not. But it just it just doesn't fit Transformers. It's just odd. But so you had people on Twitter, and other places, I guess, but basically saying, "Hey, I don't like this. It's bad. It doesn't send a good image. It doesn't send a good body image or whatever to, you know, young girls. It's again, it objectifies women, you know, etc. And that's true. But for whatever reason, out of the woodwork came people from all corners of the internet who, in a, I don't want to use the C word, but in the fashion of like something that happened to the comic industry or the games industry. It's like people just came out of the woodwork to, you know, harass and lambaste people for their opinion. And it was really disappointing. You know, like, it's one of those things, like, if somebody doesn't like it and they express it, you can say, hey, I, you know, disagree. Like, one of our listeners, Kojacker, on Twitter, he expressed that, he's like, you know, actually, I don't think it's that bad. I think it actually is really pretty. And, you know, he, like, the way he was respectful in his response. I think he still got blocked by one of the people who said something. But, you know, Kojacker's a Transformers fan, you know, whatever. Like, I actually got into a conversation with one of the people that popped on, and they told me, I don't like Transformers. I don't even care. I just came to, like, you know, argue with people who are crying about a toy. And, you know, like, whatever you love, if you have any love in your life for anything, if it's baseball or whatever, I think if something happens that doesn't fit, that doesn't register for you, in something that is incongruous for like whatever you love, you know, it just doesn't sit right with you. And, you know, that's just, people love Transformers. People love the Windblade character, and it's incongruous. It just doesn't fit. It doesn't feel right. But like,
can I talk about it for a minute?
Yeah, let me just finish this one bit. But like most of the people who like were, you know, again, coming in to yell and complain and scream aren't even Transformers fans. Like 85% of them just, they decided they wanted to come in and harass people that had a different opinion. It was really sad. Go ahead, Diecast.
I want to say I wasn't supporting the nice RC. I was just saying, hey,
I was giving you crap. That was, he really wasn't.
It's not, well, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, it's not as terrible as I first thought. And it's a third-party company doing it. So it's not official or officially licensed.
That's really the most alarming thing about this Windblade is that it's a sanctioned, licensed, official product from
buy it, great.
A company Hasbro does business with.
Yeah, if you want to buy it, great. You should be able to. If it's being made, you should be able to buy it. I have no problem with that.
I don't like this. I think this is even worse than that nice RC that we saw. It's officially licensed. I don't think it fit, like you said, I agree with you guys. I don't think it fits the brand. I don't think there's a need for it. You know, if this was a third-party thing, I'd say, it's not for me, but if they want to make it, that's fine. If people like it, that's fine. And still, if people like it, that's fine. But
that's ultimately what I'm saying about this, too, but I'm also going to express at the same time, like, boy, this is kind of a not great look.
Yeah, and to me, it doesn't even look like a Transformer anymore.
No, it doesn't even look like Windblade anymore.
Exactly.
No.
So, I mean, this is really, to me, unnecessary. But if you like it, I'm glad you like it.
Now,
one thing
go ahead.
Yeah, what I just want to say about this is I don't have any problem with art like this existing. I see this all the time. It's just the fact that, there's no reason this ever needed to be an official product. That's the thing that I tend to think about, especially considering that Flame Toys linked to the artist who designed this for them. And I will just say that if you click on that artist's Twitter username, the first result you get is not safe for work in the least. Mm-hmm. Which that's a hell of a thing from a Hasbro licensee, I feel like.
I want to point something out. Something at 30, who is an outspoken member of our fandom, or of the podcast, he said, and he is exactly right. He said it's no worse than Kiss Players. Bingo, it is.
Yeah.
Which,
right.
I mean, yeah.
That's Takara.
There's two ways to take that, too.
Yeah.
Kiss Players was also how many years ago at this point?
It's 13, 14 years ago, but it's Takara, too. It's not Hasbro.
Yeah,
well, I don't think that was a good idea either.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
and these other two figures that were released
Let's
at the same time, or images that were released at the same time,
the Primal,
they look great.
And Rodimus.
That Rodimus is really cool. Like,
Yeah. So there's a more than BCI style Rodimus kit that's going to be coming out, just like their Autobot Megatron kit. It's not super stylized like a lot of the Flame Toys stuff is. It's just good representation of the comic book art. Like, I'm actually happy to see that. I'm probably not going to get one because, like, I have more than enough various forms of Hot Rod and Rodimus around here that certainly accommodate my needs. But I'm glad to see more of the comic-based stuff. Because I pointed this out on Twitter too when I was talking about the Windblade thing. Like, the majority of the Flame Toy stuff I don't like anyway. This is not something exclusive to that Windblade. Like, a lot of their stylistic choices just don't sit right with me. But the comic book stuff I'm really happy to see usually.
Yeah, it's the Primal looks weird to me. So it doesn't really fit, but the Rodimus looks killer.
Maybe Primal will look better when it's in like actual full color.
Yeah. Optimus Primal. This looks like Optimus Primal and Predaking had a kid.
Yeah, actually, I can see that.
Yeah. Oh, I should show this. Sorry, I wasn't expecting to talk about this. Where is it in the show notes? I don't want to show the Windblade. We talked about that. Oh, here we go. Okay. Again, just the Windblade. If you want it, buy it.
Rodimus Supreme observes in the chat, if it doesn't transform, it's pointless. So, like, in one sense, I can agree with that. For at least the Autobot Megatron kit, in the comics, Megatron couldn't transform anymore. So, having a non-transforming figure representation of that actually was the most accurate way to be able to go.
Actually, so this is like Predaking Primal and Carobot's Prime had a baby somehow together.
Yeah, I mean, now that Diecast is said, I see more Predaking in it than anything.
It's interesting. But Rodimus is just killer.
Yeah, that looks really good. I want to say that looks a little bit more like it's leaning toward the Nick Roche version of IDW Rodimus than the Alex Milne interpretation. There were some slight differences between them.
Be interesting to see if the Primal gets released in like Burning colors or Universe colors. Just see what else they can do with that kit.
They could do that. I mean, it probably depends how well the pre-sales go for the main color.
Right. Plus a purple and teal hippopotamus, if that's close
Did
enough.
a TIE fighter fly by your house, Don? Is that what I heard? It sounded like
No, it's just road noise. The windows are up, and
I didn't even hear it.
Yeah, the window is down, the back windows are up, and nothing's open. So, because it's like 38 degrees and falling out there. So, but I'm just interested to see if they can do other colors or other things on that primal. Is what I'm interested in more than anything else.
Okay,
Cool.
so what do we have next in the
Okay,
news?
so sorry, I'm looking at the chat. I'm saying
Yeah, that's why I want to move on to what's next in the news so we can get some different conversation going.
Thank you, Sean, though, for keeping the no politics conversation or rule in the chat. You're a mod, remember. You're a mod. You can use that power. Don't abuse it, but use it. tfradio.net/Discord. I'm actually really enjoying Discord. It's actually going really well. The only hard part is keeping track of it in YouTube. So
everybody who is using the YouTube chat should next week go join us on Discord at tfradio.net/Discord.
Yeah.
And make Brian's life easier.
Yeah, it would. But okay. So, moving along. Transformers the Manga Volume 1 from Viz. Did Jack get a copy of this?
I don't know.
It would seem.
It looks good. It looks good. So, it's hardcover, which I didn't realize. It looks like I guess it says, is that a slip cover? It's a nice package.
It looks to me like not a slipcover, but it's like a glossy cover that is attached.
So
I've seen some other hardcover manga releases like that.
And dumb question, Rob, for you.
Yes.
So, am I mistaken that I've seen manga for certain things when it's translated to English flipped? Does that happen?
Oh, that happens frequently. It is less common now than it used to be. Basically, when they first started bringing things over in, mid to late 90s, everything was flipped. It persisted at places like Dark Horse longer than other places, but I think Dragon Ball was actually the first thing that was released solely unflipped here in the U.S.
Gotcha. So in Japanese, it's right to left instead of left to right. Yeah. And books start at what in Western culture would be the last page. So this is the original format, which is the way I would want it. Man, it just looks great.
It does. I want to get this.
I have it pre-ordered.
Amazon.
Yep.
Yeah, I need to put that on my list. dfradio.net/playlist.
Yes.
It's currently $16.99 on Amazon, I think.
And it's $16. We'll make that the Amazon link. I'll make a link for it. So
one of the volumes is slightly more expensive, but I think it's like $25 or something.
Well, I think the list price is higher than $16.99, but that's what Amazon currently has, Volume 1.
Yeah, $25 is the SRP.
But all 3 volumes are available for pre-order, Rob. Make sure you put them all on your list.
Thank you. Yes, I will. Doing it now.
But yeah, that's coming out, and it just looks amazing. Yeah, $16.99. When we plug Amazon, I'll plug the link for that. So that's awesome. Okay, what else we have just to get through this? Okay, so interesting news is popping up all week, for Toy Fair, whatever. And
it's a leak.
Nothing leaked yet. But the thing to me that was the weirdest news item is I didn't realize Hasbro owned this. But Hasbro is reissuing. Actually, it says they're inspired by, so it doesn't necessarily mean they are a straight up reissue. But for Tiger Electronics handheld games, the reason we're mentioning this, so there's there's Sonic 3, there's The Little Mermaid, there's the X-Men, and Transformers Generation 2. Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. So I don't actually have it.
It says Tiger on it. Yeah. So does that mean does Hasbro own Tiger now?
Yeah, Hasbro must have owned him for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if that was Galoob, and Hasbro bought Galoob back in the...
You might be right.
Yeah, so Hasbro bought Galoob in the 90s. So it's probably... that's just a guess. But yeah, this looks legit and straight up like the classic game. I don't have it So when I get it, I won't be able to compare it. But I'm absolutely buying this. Now, I had joked on Twitter that they should get that Transformers G2 game for the Super NES that was in progress and have it finished and release that. I wish they would. It came out, I think it was reworked as Vortex, which I have.
I think that's actually been debunked since that rumor initially started. I believe so. Because I was looking into that sort of recently-ish, and it seems like the two were actually unrelated.
Okay, well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, they finally got in touch with one of the people who developed Vortex, and they said that G2 was actually a separate development.
It's interesting because Vortex absolutely could have been a Transformers game. From what little I've played it, I've got it on the Super Nintendo. It's not fun, but it's better than Stunt Race FX. Everything is. But I
think they even released a PC version of Vortex. Oddly.
Really interesting.
Yeah, I may be misremembering that, but I swear I saw a PC version years and years ago.
But that is something. Let's see here. So news item popped up today via everyone's favorite website, comicbook.com. Okay, so Transformers Cyberverse stuff, lots of toys, different price points. Transformers Bumblebee, Cyberverse Adventures. There has to be a better way to describe that. I'm still going to call it Cyberverse. Battle Call Officer Optimus Prime. There's also, what else came out? Battle Call Officer Bumblebee. Those are both $50. Battle Call Trooper Meteor Fire, $25. Battle Call Trooper Bumblebee, $25. Battle Call Trooper Wild Wheel, $25. Battle Call Trooper Megatron, $25. Battle Call Trooper Starscream, $25. So $50 and $25 price points. So
they have some kind of electronics in them because they are described as responding to voice commands.
That is so weird.
I am very disappointed that Wild Wheel does not have his poncho.
Yeah, I think that probably would have been impractical with the gimmick they're going for this set of toys, but like other iterations of Wild Wheel probably will look more accurate to that design art.
Here's hoping.
Wild Wheel is, for those trying to follow along with the Cyberverse stuff, the cowboy robot we saw recently who had the sheet metal, plate metal poncho. Everybody kind of fell in love with that all at once.
It's a nice design.
Terrible.
No, they look great.
Well, they're gimmick platform Cyberverse toys. They're not going to look fantastic.
But for
they're basically not for us, and that's okay.
Exactly.
I love the Megatron. Grading these on
I like the Megatron's armor, the rest of it not so much.
Grading it on a curve for Cyberverse, it looks great.
I mean, okay, but not for the price point maybe.
No.
Yeah.
If you can get them at Ollie's for $15, it's a definite purchase.
Yeah, these are going to be like the Star Toy line at Marshall's next year. I'm sorry, but yeah. Oh, wow. I hadn't noticed how IDW Galvatron Megatron's helmet looks there.
Yeah.
These are so weird.
Starscream's alternate mode looks like nothing so much as a G1-ified Gundam Epion.
Somebody brought up the Vic Viper, and I think that was a different Starscream toy, because this is much more Epion.
Yeah, the other Starscream toy had prongs coming off the front. Or it wasn't even a toy. I think it was just the CG model for the new season, wasn't it?
I think there was a toy too. It's hard to keep track at this point.
I mean, that new alt mode looks pretty cool. If they do a better quality toy, if they do a deluxe version toy of that, I would probably pick one up just for that vehicle mode, because I do stupid things like that.
I know this feeling.
So what else we got going on? That was pretty much the big Transformers news that popped up. Pulse delays.
Yeah, surprisingly enough.
Yeah, Burning Convoy selects Overbite and Tentakill. Is that the April one, or is that still March?
Well, they're April now.
Yeah.
That was the last set of Seacons.
So Turtler and Gulf were originally supposed to come out at the end of January, but 2 days before their release date, they got pushed back to the end of March. Then a little bit after that, Wave 2, which was Kraken and Lobclaw, got pushed back to April 6th, I think. And now this last wave plus Burning Convoy have been pushed back to April 26th or something.
27th.
Okay, close. I got the week right. So basically, like over the span of 1 month, we're going to get all 6 of the Seacons, unless they get further delayed.
Mm.
I wouldn't be opposed to that. Just to spread out the payments.
You wouldn't be opposed to that.
That's going to be expensive,
right? Yeah, that's an expensive month.
Yeah. Especially for some of us with taxes due.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
TFRadio.net/Amazon, yeah.
Thank you for cluing me into the cheap tax software, though, because that really is going to be useful.
Although I noticed a few days later, Amazon had bumped down to almost as low of a price again. So either way, we would have been set.
That's cool. Okay. So let's see here. What else we got going on?
Bobcat Series 5 was found in Northern California Target.
Yeah, and I was going to say Don has Massey.
Well, so far all is going well, but that can't last.
So BotBot Series 3 are pretty much everywhere. I haven't seen Series 4 recently.
What color are the Series 4
Blue.
blind bubbles?
Blue.
Those are the blue ones?
And
yeah, so I
five is
don't
yellow.
think I've seen those anywhere.
I found them at Target like a month and a half ago.
Okay.
Like,
I don't get to Target very much because it's kind of a long haul for me.
Yeah. But it's been a while since I saw any of those, and I want them. Hasbro's supposed to send them, but I've yet to get them. So
They might be busy right now,
Yeah.
Gearing up for Toy Fair and things.
A little bit.
Yeah.
cool. Okay, so that showed up. What else is going on? So we have in-hand images of MP48 Live Convoy. Looks much better than I would have expected, honestly.
It looks really nice.
It looks nice in robot mode. The lion mode still sure does look like it did when we first saw it.
The original Live Convoy doesn't look good in either mode, so
No,
this
it
is a
doesn't.
step up.
The Robot Masters one is much better in both.
It is. But this
I
looks
have
nice.
one here somewhere.
So I'm excited about this. This is a weird one to get, but
Yeah.
I'll take it. So that is something. Let's see here. I think, we mentioned early on that Toy Fair, the Hasbro brand event, will be streamed. That's going to be at 1:30 Eastern Time. Watch along with us, tfradio.net/live and on YouTube and everything. Oh, so this actually is our album art, or our thumbnail for the week, and I haven't mentioned it. There was a leak, I guess.
I mean, I guess it depends how liberal you want to be with the word leak.
Description of Earthrise Deluxe RC and Quintesson Alicon. But
Yeah, so the Alicon doesn't matter too much for like ongoing conversation, but the RC details kind of gave some people a little bit of pause until Windblade came up and we all forgot about that.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so basically these Amazon UK listings describe some of the design of the toys, like the number of transformation steps. For RC, though, it also describes that it has a removable trunk/backpack. It's described as both things in different paragraphs in order to give the robot a different look. So a lot of people right now have been, worrying about that it's going to be a parts-forming transformation like Cliffjumper. Probably we will see this weekend, more what's up with that, because that's, as far as I can tell, that's going to be a Wave 2 toy. I go into that in the T-Formers article. We can pretty much extrapolate from the product codes listed that this will be Wave 2 along with like Double Dealer and Snapdragon most likely. But probably the way they're phrasing this, I'm taking it more as optionally you can remove this chunk of the toy if you want to have a more cartoon accurate robot mode, but it's not required to be removed like Cliffjumper's is, because you cannot transform Cliffjumper without taking that backpack off to some degree.
Spoilers.
It's fine. I talked about that a week ago with my Earthrise dissertation.
But it's such a great toy. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. I do not mind the hatchback coming off the way it does. I mean, it would be cool if they could have engineered that where it just like flipped around to the other side and stayed attached otherwise. Like that, I would have got a kick out of that on a technical level, but it's fine the way it is. I don't mind it.
Okay, so there's that in the Alicon. There's again not much there, so we will see what happens.
Yeah, it just says that comes with a lance, which can literally mean anything. Yeah. Like it could mean you take the tail off and it has a handle on the end, like Skull Cruncher.
But Don, when we learn more, I don't want you to be on any other podcast until you're able to talk about it on Radio Free Cybertron.
Don, you are forbidden from speaking about Earthrise Arcee from the moment we see it at Toy Fair for the first time until you're sitting here with us speaking about it.
You're on probation. You're on probation, sir.
I'm NDA'd, okay.
But he'll be here when we see it. He'll be
we don't. It's inconsistent from year to year when Don is able to show up for the Toy Fair stream. So I just wanted to, hedge our bets.
I asked for this. I asked for Saturday off specifically to be here,
and they gave it to you.
Yes.
Wow.
After asking twice, but
it's a Toy Fair miracle.
Yeah. NDA, no Don anywhere else. Nice, Rob.
Yes.
Let's see here. So, in the YouTube chat, Blade had mentioned that extension for Hasbro Pulse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that sort of news. You should have got an email on it. I don't know if there was any threshold or what. But
yeah, so anybody who was a Pulse Premium member prior to, I think, February 12th of this year, so a week ago now, you got 6 extra months of Pulse Premium for free.
I don't see
onto whatever subscription period you were already up for.
I don't see myself paying for Pulse Premium.
I think that's why they've put the 6-month extension in, because they've looked back at this first year of Hasbro Pulse Premium, which they gave many of us for free if we ordered something during launch weekend, and they have figured out that we haven't really delivered anything with this that they couldn't have gotten otherwise, because free shipping, that's great and everything. Hasbro Pulse is not super quick on getting stuff in stock, and if you have an order over $50, which these days is so easy to do, you get the same free standard shipping anyway.
Yeah.
So hopefully they will, reflect and use this extra 6 months to build a little bit more value into it and make it actually look to us like, yeah, I'll pay $50 a year to have this for, these privileges and special bonuses. And, they are promising during Toy Fair that Pulse Premium members should be logged in with their payment methods at hand for early access to new pre-order reveals, I believe.
I think they said basically starting at 1:30, items will be announced and made available through 4 o'clock exclusively to Pulse members. And after 4, it'll be available to the public. So Don is muted, and he is yelling at Massey. I'm assuming that Massey is yelling at him, too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you have cats. You know how that works.
Yeah. Buddy hates the drone. I've shared a picture of a GIF of that on Twitter. Buddy hates the new drone.
Sometimes you just get really vocal cats, and they will. I don't want to say they have conversations with you, but they will match you sound for sound pretty much.
Finn was very vocal. He would wake me up and stuff in the morning.
I mean, that's really funny if you want to make videos with your cat. That's super entertaining.
Yeah,
it can be kind of annoying for day-to-day life.
Let's see. So I guess one more news item. It's tangentially related, but it is what it is. We talked about the G.I. Joe Classified, and we knew that there's going to be a convention exclusive toy. Well, the convention exclusive toy has been unveiled, and it's Snake Eyes. I believe it's a convention exclusive set. The photos that we have here, and I'm showing them on his tank. I don't show all the accessories. They seem really unnecessary. The base package looks good, but then you have this backdrop and all these ceremonial weapons that just don't look that important. But the long and the short of it is, the 6-inch Snake Eyes with timber looks darn impressive. Yeah, so we should see the rest of the set this weekend, or the first wave. I really hope...
Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I was just going to say, I suspect that the Snake Eyes with all the extra stuff, it's being called convention exclusive. I really suspect it's going to be like Toy Fair early access debut Snake Eyes.
Yeah,
because there's not a convention soon enough for having a toy at that level of completion right now that somebody's got their hands on a sample and is posting pictures they shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, we're 6 months from SDCC. It could be a
really
early sample.
6 months they have to sit on the inventory.
They don't. Yeah, well.
Yeah, they have boxes of these things. Like,
they're ready to go.
It's for Toy Fair.
Toy Fair, then, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need all the extra crap it comes with it. I just want the base toy, but darn, it looks great.
It looks fine. Somebody observed too that they're using some of the design engineering from Lightning Collection. The swap out hand pegs are the same design as that, it differs from Marvel Legends or Black Series. So there's definitely being a little bit of blending between design philosophies, probably design teams a little bit too here.
Yeah, and the Martha Stewart Living website today shared an article from Hasbro, or news item, that there's a new comic book series, and it is being produced by Rob Liefeld. It's not really Martha Stewart Living. That's just my running joke about how Hasbro, publishes all this stuff on like non-relevant websites that don't care about Transformers or G.I. Joe or any of that stuff. Not that, like sharing an exclusive with like the Wiki or T-Formers or TFW would get them the same level of, publicity. It's just, seriously, like Collider. I didn't even know what Collider was before this week. Seriously. I really didn't. Okay, so let's real quick. Hey, Amazon, tfradio.net/Amazon. That manga set is about to come out. It can be purchased. There's three volumes. I made this simple. They're made by Viz. So tfradio.net/Viz1 for volume 1, Viz2 for volume 2, and Viz3 for volume 3. tfradio.net/Viz1, tfradio.net/Viz2. tfradio.net/Viz3, lowercase. Number 1, number 2, number 3. Lowercase VIZ. If you want them, get them. Pre-order them. It is totally awesome. That looks great. Can't wait to get it. You can buy anything else as well. Today, there's a deal of the day. There's a lot of stuff up. Jetfire's like down back to $55 and things like that. You don't have to buy Transformers. You can buy anything. And who knows? Maybe some of the exclusives that they announced this weekend could be Amazon exclusives. It's happened. tfradio.net/Amazon. It would help us out tremendously. And also, we want to thank our Touched patrons. I think I've got everybody listed. Again, so thank you to Kevin Dorsey, Sean Bratton, Jacob Owen Lucia, Sean Hamilton, Jason W. Rye, Mike Mallory, Jason Hiley, Jonathan James, Matthew Dedman, Hector Bones, Brian Cooper, and Nathan Sampy. Thank you guys very much. If you are a Touched patron, you get mentioned on the podcast each week. You get a credit at tfradio.net/credits. We learned now that I have it set up so that if you are a Touched patron, you also are a de facto mod in our Discord server. I just on a whim decided that I basically gave an extra level of access to Touched patrons. That's the $13 tier. You are a mod in our Discord. If you are a patron of any tier, though, you get access to the patron portion of our Discord, which we just set up, as well as other cool things like the exclusive pre and post show podcast and the like. We are going to, starting next week, live stream It's a Done Deal and take calls from our patrons during that. That podcast will be a monthly podcast. Pretty excited about that. Let's see here. You can find us again at patreon.com/tfradio, on Twitter at tfradio, Facebook at facebook.com/tfradio, Instagram at tfpodcast. We are on YouTube. We are on Roku, Fire TV, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, basically everywhere else that you can imagine. Everywhere you want to be. We are also at tfradio.net/662. You can find the show notes for this episode. Leave us a voicemail, 931-99-GO-BOT. That's 931-994-6268. And Rob Springer, who's not here, can be found at RoboRobSpringer on Twitter and at zonebase.org. John DeLuna, who is not here, he can be found at ThatJohnD. I am at BKilby on the Twitters. I have that contest going for the Starscream through Saturday. You can follow me, retweet, and you are Diecast. And we should have a Patreon tier where you get to see our internal chat. No, we know it'd be terrible.
Yeah.
Or Diecast texts to me, dear goodness. I'm on Twitter at TF Radio, at BKilby, and I have that contest going. We have that contest at TF Radio for Grapple. Again, it's going on through Saturday. And Saturday you can catch us during the Toy Fair live stream. Wherever you see us each week, tfradio.net/live is always the easiest place to remember. So you should check us out. Chris, how do people get a hold of you?
Play with photos on Twitter, Instagram.com/playwithphotography, playwithphotography.com for all my toy photography related things, which generally includes, photos of toys, articles, galleries, when I'm able to, things like that. If you enjoy the toy photography work that I theoretically do more regularly, but have various problems actually getting off the ground sometimes, you can show your support or help me do more of it by going to patreon.com/playwithphotos. For as little as $2 per month, you can pitch in. For $5 and up, you will get rewards like early access and credit on galleries. If you want to follow me personally on Twitter, I, post things of alleged interest. Just ask Don. I'm at ChrisRTXV. I'm probably going to revive my sales thread for some tax relief pretty soon here, so be on the lookout for that as an ongoing updated thread whenever I get around to it, like everything else. Otherwise, if you want to just do me a random nice thing, I have an Amazon wish list at tfradio.net/ChrisList.
Sweet. Rob.
Okay, I am on Twitter at Figure Reviewers for toy things and Rob Flails for video games. Rob Flails is the official Twitter of Flail Throughs, my YouTube channel where I am playing Gundam Battle Operation 2, which is the free-to-play Gundam game for the PlayStation 4. Fun game, and that updates every Thursday. If you want to see what's up in the game, check me out on Thursdays for the extra video that lays that out. If you like what I do there, patreon.com/flailthroughs is where you can throw a couple of bucks at me and get a request for a specific mobile suit and color combination. And if you just wanted to, do something nice for me, tfradio.net/claylist.
Did you add those manga to that?
I did indeed.
Sweet. So I added something awesome in shameless plug right now. tfradio.net/Massey Attack, which is MASSEYATACK, Massey Attack, 2 T's. I added this amazing Golden Girl themed fleece blanket. This all goes to Don. And so there's the Golden Girls themed blanket. There's the katana with scabbard. There's the Santor ornament, which I was hoping to get him for Christmas, but it just wouldn't have been there in time. There's so many good things there at tfradio.net/Massey Attack. Yep. Actually, I need to get Dawn. I need to change that katana to one from that variety of carbon steel to spring steel. That's apparently the ideal variety of steel for a sword. So I'm going to, Don, I'll replace that, and hopefully somebody will send that to you. How do people get a hold of you, Don?
I can be reached on Twitter at HMRC, the number 4, EVR.
And at tfradio.net/Massey Attack, and occasionally at Radio Free Cybertron, and frequently at TFYLP.
I'm like Savoir Faire, I'm everywhere.
Yes. Donnie Boo, what's the matter with you? Diecast, how do people get a hold of you?
You can get a hold of me in my bed in probably about 5 minutes.
No post show.
You can also
Diecast.
You can also get a hold of me on Twitter at Diecast2. You can see all the reviews that I do or don't do at tfradio.net/reviews. This weekend I will be at Toy Fair, so I know there will not be any reviews coming out this weekend. And
cool. Okay. So, anybody else? Am I missing anybody? Matt's gone. He's not on the internet anyway. I've already lost my voice. I've been talking too long, so we'll see you next week. Bye! Actually, we'll see you Saturday, Toy Fair. We'll probably see you tomorrow when they drop whatever news happens for Earthrise. Okay. My throat.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and turn in, Brian. It was a pretty long day, so everyone take care. Y'all have a real good night.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's, for people watching live, I think we'll probably...
Yeah, there's not going to be any post-show at all because everybody's leaving.
Yeah, we ran like way long. Gosh.
Yeah.
There's 2 hours. No, hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, people watching live, we're going to kill it. If, like, YouTube chat goes away, but Discord stays forever.
Yeah.
tfradio.net. Yeah, actually, yes. Actually, yeah, never mind. So, yes, we'll see you we'll see you Saturday, if not tomorrow, and if not Friday, I don't know when. But we will see you later. We love you, YouTube and Facebook and every place else. Bye, guys.